The internet just exploded. Singer-songwriter D4vd, the same soft-spoken, poetic genius who gave us heartbreak anthems like Here With Me, just went full nuclear on Instagram Live after a wave of shocking allegations crashed through social media. And when I say shocking, I mean cancel Twitter twice in one night shocking. Out of nowhere, D4vd hopped on live like a man possessed. No PR filter, no manager's permission, just raw chaos and bottled up truth spilling in 4K. And let's be real, this makes the Selena and Hailey feud look like a kindergarten argument. Fans expected a quiet apology, or maybe some cryptic "I'll address it soon" message. But no, this man came swinging harder than Drake during a diss track spree. The comments were flying faster than conspiracy threads on Reddit. People weren't even breathing between screenshots. Every sentence, every sigh, every glare turned into a viral clip. And within minutes, D4vd's name wasn't just trending, it was dominating. Was it a meltdown? A confession? A setup? Or the greatest PR comeback since Kanye's 2009 apology tour? Whatever it was, it just rewrote his image in real time. Welcome to the Rap Truth, where music meets madness, and every live stream is a career-defining moment waiting to explode. It all started like most internet scandals do, quiet, random, and absolutely unbelievable. 1 minute, fans were reposting cute clips of D4vd performing Romantic Homicide at small shows, all soft lighting and moody vibes. The next, screenshots, voice notes, and anonymous sources were flooding every corner of Twitter, painting a picture darker than his entire discography combined. At first, nobody even believed it. I mean, this is D4vd, the dude who looks like he records songs in candlelight and apologizes to microphones after every take. He's the least likely artist you'd expect to be caught in a controversy. But when multiple accounts started dropping threads titled "The Truth About" D4vd, things escalated faster than a Nicki Minaj fan. War. The first wave of allegations came from a fan account claiming that D4vd had been misleading people online, promising opportunities, ghosting collaborations, and allegedly talking wild in private messages. It sounded like typical internet drama at first, until the screenshots came out. The screenshots weren't just messy, they were Shakespearean-level betrayal. Messages allegedly showed D4vd acting arrogant, dismissive, and petty, the polar opposite of his shy public persona. He wasn't the quiet heartbreak kid anymore. He was being painted as a manipulative mastermind running his own mini fan-based drama empire. Within hours, TikTok turned the situation into a cinematic event. There were dramatic readings of the texts, slow-motion edits of his live performances with sad piano music, and even fake documentaries explaining the fall of D4vd. The man went from angelic introvert to industry villain number 104 before lunch. The hashtags came next. D4vd exposed, Warner cancelled D4vd, and the ironically hilarious One Here With T. Yes, fans renamed his hit Here With Me into a meme about the scandal. And then, like any proper internet crisis, the reactions started snowballing. One fan tweeted, "How did D4vd go from 'You're all I ever needed' to 'I never said that' in one timeline?" Another added, "He had us crying over heartbreak. Turns out he's the one causing it." Even music Twitter, notorious for their "we don't care" attitude, was eating this up like a 10-part Netflix docuseries. Everyone wanted answers. The mystery wasn't just what D4vd did. It was why he hadn't said anything yet. Because for 2 full days, he went silent. No tweets, no reposts, no PR statements, just eerie silence, while his name burned across every trending page. People started speculating that his label had put a gag order on him, or that he was hiding out in digital exile. But that silence only made the noise louder. Every influencer, reaction channel, and gossip page started milking the story for clicks. You had TikTok detectives analyzing his lyrics for hidden apologies, YouTubers dropping hour-long expose videos with titles like D4vd's Sweet Boy image was a lie, and The Hidden Dark Side of Indie Pop's Golden Child. And just when the internet thought he was done for, when the memes got cruel and the jokes got personal, D4vd went live. No flashy setup, no studio lights, just him. A plain hoodie, dark room, and that cold, calm voice saying, "You'll really think I'm gonna stay quiet while strangers write my story?" Boom! The chat went nuclear. In the first 30 seconds, over 100,000 people joined. Within a minute, every fan page was screen recording. His pinned comment said it all. "I ain't hiding, I'm explaining." What came next was equal parts confession, confrontation, and chaos. He didn't start with apologies, he started with fire. "I ain't perfect," he said, "but I'm not fake either. Half the stuff y'all see online was made to get views. People lie on the internet like it's their 9-to-5 job." You could feel the tension through the screen. This wasn't the quiet, emotional D4vd everyone thought. They knew. This was an artist who'd snapped. He called out clout chasers, mentioned people trying to ruin me before my album drops, and even said one line that sent social media into meltdown. "I built my career on heartbreak, not headlines, but y'all seem to like drama more than music." Boom. That line alone got clipped, posted, and replayed a million times. Every influencer, every Stan account, every meme page turned that quote into the headline of the night. The comment section was a mix of shock and disbelief. Some fans were typing "Stand up king," while others were spamming "Apologize, not defend." But then, halfway through the live, D4vd dropped the bombshell that flipped the narrative entirely. He claimed that at least some of the receipts were AI generated. Yeah, he said people used AI to fake DMs and screenshots to make him look bad. "Y'all can literally make me say anything now," he said. "Deep fakes, fake messages, fake audio. Y'all turning me into a villain out of pixels." The audience froze. Was this a deflection or the truth? And honestly, it didn't even matter, because the second he said AI, the internet did what it always does. It split into two cults. On one side, you had the believers. "He's right. They deep faked that man," they cried. On the other, the doubters. "Nah, he's just blaming robots because the screenshot's too detailed." Either way, D4vd had done the impossible. He turned the outrage into intrigue. The hashtags flipped overnight. D4vd lied became D4vd defamed. The same people who were dragging him yesterday were now demanding proof. "If he's lying, show us the real evidence," one fan wrote. "If not, you'll owe him an apology." And like that, the public court of opinion had a brand new trial. But behind all the chaos, one thing became crystal clear. D4vd wasn't just fighting for his name, he was fighting for his image. Because in this era, where one tweet can kill a career faster than an album flop, his next move had to be perfect. But D4vd didn't want perfect. He wanted real. "Y'all forgot I'm human," he said at one point during the live, his tone softening. "Y'all love my songs because they come from pain, but when I go through something, y'all call it PR." You could hear the frustration in his voice. Part wounded artist, part media-weary celebrity. It wasn't just a defense speech. It was a manifesto, a warning shot to the internet machine that made him and tried to break him in the same breath. And by the time he ended the live, with one last line that said, "I'll prove the truth when y'all stop chasing lies," the internet wasn't laughing anymore. Because the quiet kid with the guitar had just become the loudest, a voice in the room. And if you thought that was the end of it, oh, you have no idea what came next. Because the reactions, remixes, and responses that followed turned this from a scandal into a spectacle. D4vd had cracked open the gates of controversy, and the whole internet was ready to walk through. By the time the third week rolled in, the D4vd saga had completely outgrown the allegations that started it. What began as D4vd Exposed was now a full-blown pop culture phenomenon, the type that turns quiet indie singers into headline monsters. His every move, every silence, every breath had become content. And then, out of nowhere, came the leak that flipped everything upside down. A music insider dropped a folder of archived label communications, allegedly showing that D4vd's team had known about the viral allegations before they broke. The documents hinted at internal debates about whether to address or redirect the narrative, with one chilling line: "Chaos is marketing gold when managed correctly." That one sentence sent the internet into overdrive. Did this mean the whole scandal, the screenshots, the confusion, even the live, was planned? Was this entire meltdown part of a rollout? Conspiracy channels started posting 10-part breakdowns titled "The D4vd Deception: How to Manufacture a Scandal." Reddit threads went feral. TikTok detectives compared timestamps between his angry livestream and his scheduled single release. And sure enough, the song he dropped the day after his live had the lyric, "They frame you for the fame, but I framed mine in gold. Coincidence? The internet said no chance. Suddenly, the D4vd story wasn't just about guilt or innocence, it was about power. He'd flipped from potential villain to marketing genius. Even people who swore they'd never listen to him again were streaming his new track just to see what he said. And here's where it gets wild. The song hit number 3 on Spotify's global charts within 48 hours. That's right, his downfall made him more famous than ever. The industry started whispering, was this kid a marketing savant or a PR accident gone right? Because either way, it worked. PR accident gone right, because either way, it worked. But success doesn't erase scars. And while his streaming numbers soared, the emotional backlash started closing in. Some fans felt betrayed. We defended you because we thought you were innocent, not because it was a campaign, one tweet read. Another said, if this was a stunt, it's genius and evil at the same time. Others didn't care. He can fake a scandal if it means more music, one fan joked. Do it again next album. It was a moral tug-of-war between outrage and obsession. The modern music fan's paradox. Everyone claims to hate drama, but they only click when it's chaos. And D4vd, he knew that better than anyone. A week later, he posted a video on Instagram. Calm, cinematic, and just cryptic enough to keep the storm alive. Black background, his voice echoing softly. You think you know the truth because you read the captions, but captions lie too. Boom. That line turned into a trend. Thousands of fans used it in TikToks. People captioning their heartbreaks, betrayals, and glow-ups with his voice in the background. You think you know the truth because you read the captions. The scandal had now evolved into a movement. Brands started referencing it. Memes turned into marketing slogans. Influencers were joking, we need a D4vd level PR stunt for engagement. He had turned infamy into currency, reputation into relevance, and pain into playlists. Even Rolling Stone ran a headline, The Age of the Scandal Drop, how D4vd accidentally redefined pop star PR. Except, was it really accidental? Because when he appeared on his first interview post-scandal, fans expected apologies or clarifications. Instead, he looked directly into the camera and said, if you believed everything you saw online, that's your story, not mine. The interviewer blinked, stunned. So, none of it was true. D4vd smirked. Some of it, enough of it. The rest, entertainment. That quote broke the internet again, because it wasn't a confession and it wasn't denial. It was something worse, control. He'd mastered the modern art of ambiguity, saying just enough to keep you guessing, never enough to set you free. It was the type of answer that made you furious and fascinated. And that's the sweet spot every public figure secretly dreams of. The space between love and hate, where attention lives forever. From there, his rebrand practically wrote itself. His next project was rumored to be called Ctrl Alt Del. The cover art, a grainy image of him staring straight at the camera, the same pose from his viral live, but this time he was smirking. The promo tagline read, "You cancelled the man, I rebooted the myth." It was bold, provocative, and undeniably genius. The same internet that tried to bury him was now pushing pre-saves like gospel. His scandal had become his superpower. And while the dust started settling, one brutal truth lingered. This was the new normal. D4vd had exposed the entire ecosystem of fame for what it really is. A business built on emotional whiplash. You rise by crying, fall by lying, and rise again by denying. Authenticity isn't about being good anymore. It's about being unpredictable. And D4vd, he wasn't a victim of cancel culture. He was the architect of it. Because while everyone else was fighting to survive the algorithm, he became the algorithm. In the end, people didn't even care about the original allegations anymore. They didn't care if the screenshots were fake, if the AI theory was real, or if the label was behind it. What mattered was the spectacle. And D4vd had delivered the best show of the year. As one viral tweet perfectly put it, he didn't clear his name. He changed what it means to have one. The internet, for once, had to admit defeat because the same audience that claimed to cancel him couldn't stop streaming his songs, quoting his interviews, or using his voice in edits. The same chaos that was meant to destroy him had crowned him. And when he performed live again for the first time after the storm, the crowd didn't boo. They screamed every lyric like they were singing scripture. From scandal to symphony, D4vd had done what only legends do. He turned hate into harmony. And as the lights dimmed, fans held up signs that read, "The captions lied." The message was clear. You can't cancel someone who already turned the internet into their stage. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how D4vd turned the internet's favorite weapon, cancel culture, into his greatest masterpiece. He didn't just survive the scandal, he sculpted it. Every rumor, every fake screenshot, every chaotic live became part of a strategy no one saw coming. What started as a cancellation ended as a coronation. Think about it. The same crowd that dragged his name through the mud is now blasting his songs like battle hymns. The same blogs that screamed "exposed" are now writing think pieces about marketing genius. It's the ultimate reversal. The artist turned controversy into art and outrage into opportunity. Because in today's world, fame isn't about staying clean. It's about staying talked about. D4vd didn't ask for forgiveness. He demanded focus. He didn't beg for support. He earned attention. And if this was all a stunt, then congratulations. You just participated in the most successful campaign of the year. But don't get it twisted. This isn't just a comeback. This is a warning shot to every artist, influencer, and troll out there. The internet can destroy you, but if you play it right, it can worship you. So if you made it this far, you already know what time it is. Smash that like button like it. Owes you hush money? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe before the next scandal drops. Because trust me, when the next artist breaks the internet, we'll be right here, dissecting it line by line, lie by lie, beat by beat. This is the rap truth, where the stories never end, the tea never cools, and every expose turns into entertainment. Stay tuned, stay loud, stay unfiltered. The Rap Truth, signing off.